Hi everybody, it's Dory. I'm back. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new, welcome back. If you have been following my journey, yes, let me give you my spiel. I am 45 years old. I am 5'4". My highest weight was 333.5. My surgery weight was 300.5. And last time I made a video, which I think was about a week and a half ago, I was 190.7. I am today 189 even. It took me a lot to get here. Even just that 1 point something pounds, 1.7 pounds or whatever, it's taken a lot. I was stuck at 190.7 for the longest time. Part of it, I think, is because when I started drinking the protein coffees, which have been such an amazing blessing, really, to give me more energy and things of that nature, and give me the protein I need, and if you're wondering about the protein coffees, watch the video before this from MinnieMe in Tennessee. Lisa, she does them and they're amazing. And she also has another YouTube channel called Hot Southern Mess, and she gets like she goes like on clothing hauls and shopping hauls and decorating and cleaning. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Let me just finish this. So as I'm consuming more protein, I'm not taking into account having to keep up with my Miralax and my Colace. So for you guys who are pre-op, just fresh out of surgery, or thinking about surgery or whatever, there is a problem that we get as bariatric patients, which is constipation. There will be some times when you will have diarrhea, but most, more times than not, you will be constipated. I have started way back, gosh, maybe when I was 1 month out. I started taking Colace once a day, 2 pills, and Miralax, 2 capfuls in my water in the morning. Everything was fine until last week or so, the last week and a half. When I upped my protein, I forgot, like I had been more lackadaisical, some word like that, but I was relaxed about the Colace and the Miralax because I was regular. My body was, used to how I've been eating, and I wasn't getting a huge amount of protein anymore. But adding in the protein coffee 1 to 2 times per day, and with the rest of the meat and ketogenic diet that I'm on, I'm getting sometimes 120 grams of protein a day. And so with that and taking in the more protein, I should have upped my Miralax and my Colace, and I didn't. So about a week ago, now when I tell you, this is gonna be TMI. Fast forward the video if you want, but this is TMI. We all have gone through it, I'm sure. I had to go so bad, and it felt like it was just sitting there and it just could not come out. I'm very sensitive in that area of my body. I don't strain, I don't push, I don't any of that. But I'm sensitive there anyways. And so I know not to push, but as it's just sitting there, like it knows it needs to come out, but it's basically giving me hemorrhoids and itching and burning, and the pain was horrible. Even besides just wanting to go and have a bowel movement, it was, the pain and the burning was horrible. And so I was at the store, I had my husband go to the store, I stocked up on the hemorrhoid cream, witch hazel pads, which I remember from when I gave birth to my 6 children, all 6 of them, I gave birth to them regular, vaginally, and I remember them giving us witch hazel. I looked online and for a treatment of hemorrhoids and burning and itching and all that stuff, it had said witch hazel. So I stocked up on all of that. Nothing seemed to work. I was putting witch hazel pads up my butt till the cows came home. And nothing seemed to work. It was horrible. So then I know enough that Colace and Miralax does not work in 1 day. Sometimes it doesn't work in 2 days. By the 3rd day, it should kick in. I took 2 Colace in the morning, 2 capfuls of Miralax, 2 more Colace Colace in the afternoon. I took another Colace in the morning, more Miralax, 2 more Colace before bed. All these days to finally get some relief. So I got relief. Everything seems okay. I'm still treating the area because it's still, I don't know, it's still like, you know, when you have a diaper rash on your child and, you know, you treat it and it goes away a little bit, but you want to kind of prevent stuff. That's where I'm at now. So I want to give you guys a tip. Definitely stay on the Colace and the Miralax. It is highly recommended for my surgeon's office, the dietitian and nutritionist. It's in my notes with my primary care provider that I take that on a daily basis along with my vitamins. Gosh, I have a glare on my face. Let me shut this a little bit. Oh, that's better. I should have had that shut. Okay, anyways, it's still, let me see. I'm in my daughter's room, which is actually, she's moving out this weekend. So this room is going to be empty besides my desk, which let me show you really quick. I cleaned yesterday. I cleaned my whole entire desk. It was horrible, but I cleaned it. So excited. Okay, let me put you back. So anyways, so the advice I would give you is to take the Colace, take the Miralax every day, even if it's just 1 Colace, not 2 a day, maybe even every other day if you become regular, and you can get away with doing it every day. And the other thing that I would tell you that during my trial and error period here is the hemorrhoid cream helped to a certain extent. Another brand of hemorrhoid cream helped to a certain extent. The witch hazel pads, ice. I even tried ice at one point. The thing that saved me, which I'm not sure, I didn't think about it just being a mom, but the most highly recommended product I could tell you, if you guys have children and you have diaper rash, or you have this issue that I just shared about with constipation and hemorrhoids and stuff, is Balmex diaper ointment. It contains zinc oxide. I swear by it. I used everything under the sun on my first 2 children, by my 3rd child. I had discovered Balmex. It is so much better than Vaseline and A&D ointment and Desitin and anything else that you can think of. It is Balmex. I will buy the Balmex forever. That is what saved me. I put Balmex on before I went to bed on Sunday evening, woke up Monday and felt so much better. And so I've just been putting it on usually every time I have to go to the bathroom, I'll just put a little bit on just to maintain so I don't have to go through that pain again. That was excruciating. So let me get on to, the funny thing is, before I get on here to film a video, I think to myself, do I even have anything to talk about? Do I really have anything to talk about? So, and then it comes to me. I have like these squirrel moments and it comes to me. So, getting back to Mini-Me in Tennessee, Lisa, and Hot Southern Mess. A couple of things about her videos. Now, I thoroughly enjoy every video that she puts out. Even the one this morning, she had given me a great shout out. It really warmed my heart. If I'm ever in Tennessee, I am going to look her up. I feel like I want to move to Tennessee because if everybody is as sweet as she is, I am totally there. But anyhow, even in the beginning, you know, she burped and she laughed. And I laughed with her. Like, it's such a great community of people. And she really is just that type of person that you really just want to have coffee with or something, you know. But she has like, on her channel, Hot Southern Mess, she cleans. She cleans for a living, very part-time. She's amazing. But I tell you, Lisa, if you are watching this, you have saved my house. This is going to sound funny to you. This is going to sound totally hilarious to you. But from watching you clean and the different cleaners and all this, I don't know about anybody else out there, but when I find a new cleaner, especially something that smells good and cleans, I've discovered Method. The line of Method products. I have the dish detergent. I have several of the different scents, stained, you know, for stained glass or stainless steel rather, than some for glass and all-purpose cleaner and yada, yada, yada. Of course, I use the Clorox or Lysol wipes. And let me just tell you, Lisa, that you put me into such a cleaning mood with your videos when you're cleaning the hutch that you got from your grandmother and all those wonderful things that you got, and cleaning your kitchen or whatever. I'm telling you, my house is spotless. I have a 4-bedroom apartment I rent. So I have a 4-bedroom apartment. I have a living room, a dining room, two full bathrooms, and off to one of my bathrooms is my laundry room. I have to tell you, my landlord came to visit yesterday. He's a great, great older gentleman. He owns like 19 properties. He's amazing, and he came to visit. And in the past, I would have reluctantly let him in, or if he wanted to go to different rooms, I'd be like, oh, I'm storing stuff in this room or whatever. But he came in yesterday. He wanted to look at my laundry room. He thought I had a radiator in there, and he was doing some work on the apartment next door and just wanted to see if I had this radiator that he thought he saw in there before. In any event, Lisa, I have cleaned my house so spotless that I was hoping that he was going to ask me to see every room. I wanted to ask him, did you want to see my upstairs? Because my upstairs, let me just tell you, I have 3 bedrooms, a full bathroom, and then a whole landing area. Like when you walk up the stairs, it's like a whole like kind of loft area. And that had my daughter's desk and homework and work that we saved through the years. She's in 4th grade this year, and she loves to draw, and there was paper and cut paper and craft and arts and this and that supplies everywhere, glue sticks coming out of my ears. And I have to tell you, I cleaned the whole entire thing. I might even take you guys on a tour later. That's how impressed I am with myself doing this. So because of the protein coffees, I have tons of energy. And also because of watching Lisa's videos, I have such motivation. And so I have my dining room cleaned all the time. My kitchen is clean, my bathroom, my laundry room. I have the tables always cleaned off. I did my desk. When my daughter moves out this weekend, I'm going to get into this room and just take everything down. I'm going to kind of probably make this room I do like kind of a homeschool daycare type thing with my 3-year-old who's home, and then I have my friend's 4-year-old. And I think I'm going to move like the bookshelf and the bookcase and things like that in here with a little Tykes table that I have. And then my daughter has already, my 9-year-old has already informed me that she's going to bring her beautiful wooden desk down here, and she'll have her little desk area to do her work and stuff that she enjoys to do. So yeah, so shout out again, 2nd video in a row to Lisa, Mini-Me in Tennessee, and Hot Southern Mess. She has given me some great ideas. It clicked. For some reason it clicked. And I went back and looked at her videos from when she first started. What an amazing journey. What an amazing woman. It's just, it really is a blessing to have this community out there and just to see these videos. I love you guys. You guys have really inspired me. And these are the videos I watched pre-op. There are so many people that I watched pre-op. I am 14 and a half months out, and I have watched so many of you guys prior to having surgery that when I walked into my surgeon's office and he asked me if I knew about the surgery and what I knew and how the surgery was performed and which surgery I wanted out of all the weight loss surgeries that he offered and yada yada, because I had watched like 300 different videos, he told me I was so informed I didn't have to watch any more videos. So anyway, so I've been on the journey with many of you since the beginning. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. What else did I want to talk about? Let's see. NSVs, definitely the cleaning is one. Oh, let me tell you guys, let me hold up my husband here for a minute. I have a Fitbit. I've had a Fitbit Flex 2. It's waterproof. I love it. I do not have to take it out of the off when I shower, so I don't ever have to forget it at home. It had broke, it didn't work, it wasn't syncing. I called the company, they sent me a new one. Then all of a sudden my old one worked again, which I had just gotten for Christmas, so I gave it to my husband. So I had no idea like how many steps he gets. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Any steps I get is cleaning and taking care of children. I will do the Just Dance, And I do that 1 to 2 times a day to try to get some physical exertion out. And if I'm in a challenge on Fitbit and I really need those steps, that's what I'll do. That's my go-to. So my husband put it on sometime last week and went to work. And I get about 10,000 steps minimum a day. 10,000, 12,000. There's some days I can get 16,000 if I really, really try. So he comes home from work after a 5.5-hour day and he's got 10,000 steps already. So then this week he's a supervisor at UPS. And of course this is their peak season. Everyone's mailing out packages. Amazon comes from UPS. You know, they're shipping through them all the time. And so my husband was asked to go into work Sunday evening at 10 p.m. And then he worked like 16.5 hours. In that one day, he got 32,000 steps. 32,000. 32,000. I can't believe it. So I added him to a couple of the challenges that I do. And I did it just mainly to see how much he gets in a week for himself, so he could see for himself. And so far, for Sunday into Monday, Monday into Tuesday, Tuesday into Wednesday, where we are right now, he has almost 90,000 steps. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyhow, so I just wanted to hold up my husband. We don't have a lot of money. We're basically working on his one income. I don't make a lot on my business at home. It kind of is not lucrative at the moment. So we can't afford a whole lot. But I did go to Costco and get him some really nice, thick, great socks. I thought the least I can do with him working so much this week and how many steps and how much he really is on his feet, I'll never complain with him sitting down ever because he's amazing. And I got him some socks. And I did tell him that we are going to invest in a nice pair of shoes for him because he really needs them with how much he walks. Poor guy is going to work in a factory, in a warehouse with a hole in his shoes. So anyhow, okay, so I digress. That's about my husband. What else? So Thanksgiving, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I cooked here. We normally have a lot of people come over. I don't have a lot of family. I have my mom left. I have a couple of aunts, a couple of cousins that are not close. I have a younger brother, a couple years younger than me, an older brother. We're not really close either. We kind of, you know, I went to church. I'm a church-going girl. Love God with all my heart. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't swear. That's just not me. My younger brother was a drug addict and an alcoholic for most of his childhood through his adulthood. He's 43. He just turned 43, and he probably is still stuck at 24. He looks incredible. I don't really know how he's still alive since he did abuse drugs and alcohol for so long. He had a lot of unfortunate events that happened to him as we were growing up. You know, hey, he's my brother. Sorry. He's done a lot of awful things to us in his life. You know what drug addicts do. You know, you hear about it in the news. You know, stealing things, pawning things off, selling things to drug dealers. Yeah, so he's done a lot. But anyways, let's move on. My older brother, we have the same father, different moms. My dad was married prior to meeting my mom and had him. So we weren't really close. We were raised together when we were young. Our dad died about 23 years ago. It'll be 24 this coming year in January. And so we were never close. He was raised different than I was. He wasn't raised to hug and kiss and love and be a good family. His mom raised him different. So We're not close at all. So for Thanksgiving, years and years ago, I'd have my mom come over. I'd have, several family members come over, and now they're older and they just don't come over anymore. So I have my church family. I have an amazing, amazing church. It's called the Pioneer Valley Church of Christ here in Chicopee. There is a Church of Christ affiliated with us all over the world. There are some that are not affiliated with us, but for the majority of them, they are. So in any event, I have a lot of friends and spiritual family who come over. Normally, this year, however, a lot of them were traveling. A close friend of ours was going to North Carolina to spend Thanksgiving with his mom, and we had several other people who normally would come that just couldn't make it. They had made other plans or they were out of town. So last minute, we really weren't going to do anything because my husband and I don't eat the typical Thanksgiving dinner normally, so we weren't going to go out and just like get all this food because we wouldn't eat it. We don't eat traditional stuffing. We don't eat mashed potatoes. We don't eat gravy. We would eat the turkey. We would eat a little bit of cranberry sauce. That's really it. But last minute, a couple from church came over with their daughter, and then another woman with her son from church. And it was great. We went out, we got the turkey. We got it this huge 26-pound organic, beautiful turkey. And we made a meat stuffing. So we used like sausage and ground beef and kielbasa, and we put like Asian pears in a quince. I think you call it a quince. A fruit and some craisins and like onion, celery, garlic, and I think that's it. And so we made that because we'll eat that. And then we had the turkey. The turkey came out great. I can't believe I didn't take any pictures. Silly me. The kids had a wonderful time. I had like a little separate table for them to sit at. We had apple pie and pumpkin pie. The apple pie the next day, we had two of them. One of them we sent home with the woman who brought, the remainder of it. And then I ended up having a piece of the pie that we had. And I think it came from like BJ's or Costco. And it was really, really good. But I knew, and my husband knew, that if that pie stayed in our home, we would devour it. And so our rule is, if we don't want to eat it, we just don't bring it in the house. And so I brought it to my mom. My mom is like 90 pounds wet. The woman is really tiny, and she loves her sweets. And so we brought the whole pie to her. I mean, this pie was like this big. It was huge. So we brought the pie to her so she could enjoy it with her sister. And yeah, we didn't overeat. I just actually finished off a little bit of turkey earlier and some of that meat stuffing. And that's it. We really didn't, I didn't have much. I mean, I had a little bit of the pie that day, a little bit the next day. The girl who came made homemade cranberry sauce, and it was so good. But my husband reminded me how even with the homemade cranberry sauce, there's a lot of sugar. So we just dumped it. We ate, some of it, and then we dumped it. So I did good. I mean, I didn't have any alcohol or anything like that. So yeah, so I'm hoping that my weight keeps coming off. I know 189 I'm stuck at, it seems. The 190s were so difficult to get out of. I think it took me like a month and a half. I don't even know. It probably took me 2 months to get out of the 190s. So now I'm 189. So hopefully I can stay regular. Hopefully I can get this, the continued weight loss. My surgeon would like to see me at 170. So I have 19 pounds, which is crazy to me, even to think that I would only have 19 pounds left to lose. I would like to see myself get down to 145. But we'll see how I feel at 170. I feel good where I am now, although I do need to lose more in my legs. I do not have a bottom anymore. I'm like very uncomfortable. My butt bone hurts a lot. So I don't have a bottom anymore. I know if you guys follow Smile and Shrinkin', I think it's Smile and Shrinkin'. I just had a brain freeze. But anyways, if you follow her, she just had plastics done in Mexico like a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. And in any event, she looks wonderful, but her butt before, they used to laugh and call it a brain, and mine's getting there. I can feel the wrinkles, which is funny because I have had a humongous bottom my whole life. That made me sad. If anything about my self-esteem, it was my bottom, my back half. I carry all my weight. I had a great waist down. I would carry my weight. And so not having my big butt is fantastic. Even with getting on clothes, my hips, like one thing that I used to admire about women who would walk around or whatever and they were thin or on the thin side, one thing I admired was when they wore shirts, tunics or long shirts, and they could go over their hips and it wasn't like this bulge and it's pulled out, but it just falls. Well, I'm at that point now where I can wear these shirts and I don't have to worry about them being pulled. I don't have the hips anymore on the side. I don't have the bottom that I had. I had this humongous bottom. Let me stand up for you and see. Let's see if I can put this chair back. So this chair won't go back to the rug. Okay. So I have, my waist has always been thin. I've always had a thin waist. These pants my friend gave me, and they are size 16 from Old Navy. I've never had Old Navy clothes before, but they're getting big. I actually have to, I will have to probably give them away or whatever. So, I don't know, I'm not really good at turning around, but my butt used to go, it had like a shelf on it. Like if you could picture a shelf. And if you guys go to my Instagram, you will see a before and after pic or a before and during pic of my backside. So anyhow, so that's it for now. Yeah, the video is longer than I thought it was going to be. I guess I talk a lot. So in any event, that is it. And I hope that you guys have a good day.